We come to you from the control room run by the Disaster Management Department in Chennai, who receive all the calls from the public and the SOS, and they intervene to help them. We're also joined by Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, the Tamil Nadu Relief Commissioner, who is also the Special Nodal Officer for Chennai Corporation. Doctor, thank you very much for your time. The Chennai numbers and the Tamil Nadu tally, sir, has touched almost 8,000 plus. How do we account for that now?
No, Chennai would be the major number. Though first we have to contextualize it. Chennai actually has been roughly, we have 1/8 of the population in Chennai. Almost 1 crore people are there, and it has 200 divisions. And we are having certain focused areas. We have 15 zones, out of which 6 zones we have very limited cases. In the remaining 3 zones, we had a slightly increasing trend, but the remaining 3 zones, it has started coming down. So we are going for a focused approach.
And Coimbatore continues to be the single super spreader, doctor, in that sense?
See, I personally feel that is not, it's definitely Coimbatore was one of the reasons, but all of us have to understand that, somebody from outside brought it in. So now immediately the government has ensured that, an alternative market has been created, which is 10 kilometers away from the city. And again, all the people who are working there have been sent back to, in the districts they have been quarantined, and those who live in Chennai have also been quarantined, have been tested. So that has in a way, while inflated the numbers, but more importantly has ensured that we are able to contact trace and ensure that it doesn't spread further.
How many have actually contracted or linked with the Coimbatore markets among the positive cases?
Roughly it will be like, in Chennai alone, it will be around 900 odd persons who are directly either linked or their family members. Similarly, roughly around health department officially releases those figures, and that would be roughly around 2000 odd number. Together, I think 2600 odd numbers would be there, including Chennai. Out of almost 10 to 12,000 people who work there, and we are, even the others have been quarantined and are being effectively monitored for symptoms, and they have been tested also.
How many you are estimating, sir?
See, we personally feel that, at present we are waiting, and almost all the tests have been completed. But still, those of whom whose symptoms have, they are symptomless also, or they would have turned negative, we are just keeping a watch on them. But our focus is not only on Coimbatore as an issue, because anywhere, for that matter, anywhere where public joins together, now that there is a bit of relaxation, we have to be very careful. So there we are really focusing, and especially on when we are doing the containment areas, the challenges in containment areas and why certain cases are emerging within the containment areas have been the recent analysis point of view we are doing. And the second focus is Tamil Nadu has the lowest mortality rate, but we can't sit back and then hope that it will continue like that. So that is why we are really critically looking at vulnerable population, searching and testing them. The testing numbers in Chennai, which I have been coordinating from May 2nd onwards, is almost 9,225 per 10 lakh population, which perhaps could be one of the highest. So the aggressive testing, focused testing, and looking at other influenza-like symptoms are one of the reasons, and also it is helping us in ensuring that newer emerging areas we are able to crush it. Existing emerging area, we are trying to work out a strategy that better containment and more effective containment for a smaller stretch is what we have been doing.
So a shift in strategy.
That we have been discussing with the public health specialist. What we find is where there are 1 case or 2 cases out of 690 containment areas, we find that roughly around 50 to 70 are the core areas where 2 or 3 streets have more than 15 cases. Rest of the things are all 1 case. So instead of wasting our energy, there the strategy is ensuring that effectively the contacts are quarantined within the house or within that particular area. In the areas where there are 15 or more cases, we are putting that the police, revenue and corporation are doing a very, very, very effective quarantine so that they don't move out for anything. Everything is supplied outside. Though that is a theory, the challenge was in implementation that we are correcting it.
And ideally speaking, when do you think we can look for a zero fresh cases situation, sir?
See, in any disease spread kind of thing, we shouldn't be afraid of the numbers, but we should be more concerned about the mortality. Perhaps some of the states which are throwing up big numbers, they are also having the maximum number. Tamil Nadu has tested almost 2.6 lakh people. So we should contextualize it. Our thing is the mortality due to, that is the concept of, when you start out living with corona, the main issue which we are trying to emphasize is that this 100% following up of mask, when going to public area, washing the hand, that still there is a bit of, there is an awareness, but not a 100% change in behavior. That is the area where we are focusing. So it will be very incorrect on our part to, speculate that in another 2 months nothing will be there or something. But if all of us, just like in Pulse Polio program, every child below 5 years for a continuous period of several years we gave them and ensured that the virus could not survive. This is a very elementary strategy that if everybody most of the time it is coming through mouth and nose. That simple communication we are doing. By doing that you are saving yourself and you are also not allowing it to go. That in a colloquial language we are making the communication simple to make them understand that.
Is there a shortage of space in hospitals which is forcing you to move people to the corona care centers and colleges?
See, first of all, the concept has changed because almost 80 to 85% are asymptomatic. So, putting them onto hospital, making them exposed to hospital acquired, that is where what the COVID care center concept Government of India has introduced. State government, for example, in Chennai at present 8,000 beds are there, where almost around 980 patients are already there in COVID care centers. They are not at all having symptoms. Non-hospital atmosphere, they are there. We are targeting around 50,000 such beds, both for quarantining people from coming in and also for COVID care, so that the hospitals are free to take care of high risk, highly vulnerable people, maybe with comorbidity. That's the concept. It is not on account. Even the existing hospitals, since they are not, there many of the beds are vacant other than the COVID wards. So that is a very incorrect interpretation which some people are giving.
And so what went wrong in Coimbatore? Was the panic buying the cause before the intense lockdown?
See, Coimbatore, like you all must be knowing, it's the biggest market in Asia. Several efforts were made, and though first case came in March 7, the first case in Coimbatore got reported in April 24th, if I am correct. But in between, several attempts were made with the association to ensure that they were given free masks, disinfection, everything they followed and all. But somewhere down the line, and the fruit and the flower markets were also shifted, but the core 200 shops and also the grain market had not shifted, and those and when they went there, just like any other public places, that became a thing. It did happen, but the government moved swiftly to track them back. It is not that it is unique to only to Chennai. If you look at other places also, markets are one of the places, and we are in fact not focusing only on market, grocery shops, then also the street vendors, and also the banks. In fact, banks, surprisingly, when people come in crowd, that also becomes one of the reasons of spread.
And relaxing restrictions, is that a good idea in this context when the numbers are still on the rise?
See, one is that, like Honorable Prime Minister says yesterday's address, and, Honorable Chief Minister, or for that matter, many public health specialists have been advocating that, the way of life has to change. Like, here our concept is, we are telling every person that you should think that in this war against this unseen enemy, according to, people cannot visualize it like dengue, where, mosquito transmits the virus and all. So there we are saying that everybody can contribute if they wear that mask, if they wash their hands, if they avoid crowd or keep a distance in crowd and protect the vulnerable population. This is the IEC concept which we are intensively day in, day out we are doing, because at some point of time the parallel thing, even when the lockdown was there, essential services were there, then for a particular period of time people were allowed to come outside for that and all. So this is a way where we are ensuring that, of course, Chennai being having higher cases have still higher restrictions. So there are several other places where there are no cases. So there they are ensuring that it doesn't spread. There will be good days, there will be bad days. But if there is a good day, that doesn't mean we get overexcited, but we feel that, similar kind of pressure has to be done to ensure that the good days become longer, larger than the bad days in occasional spikes.
Last week you said this may continue for a week. How long do you think?
See, the thing is that, as you see it from yesterday onward, there is a declining trend. But we always have to be, in public health, we have to be cautious. While, we have arrested the increase in numbers in certain areas we do have fresh cases. So this is where we are dynamically looking at it, and I am sure that the cluster challenges are being addressed very effectively. Newer challenge we are looking at, we are also including as a new concept, we are bringing in effective grassroots NGOs who are working with corporation who can go to the urban slum. The urban slums where almost 26 lakh population have to be tackled in a different way. It cannot be just saying that, stay away, put mask and all. Right. So those things we are utilizing the expertise of, capable NGOs, and with effective protection, they are also helping us in not only IEC but also reaching out to the people.
Lastly, amid this perceived panic, what will be a message for people?
See, we have, from the time, I see earlier also certain unfortunate disasters I've handled. In disaster, one thing which we all know, should know is, one, we should not panic. Second is, we should not be overconfident. Right. See, that I may not get it. I'll be very casual. It may happen to somebody. If all of us follow these elementary government guidelines of wearing mask, washing our hand, staying away from a crowd or maintaining a distance, and ensuring that our elderly and vulnerable population are protected, we would have won the war, just like pulse polio, where everybody followed it. That is where I think we all need much more support from the public, where apart from, they are becoming aware, they have to go for change in behavior on a cent person manner. Even if few people change it, it affects the rest of the people.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Dr. Radhakrishnan, Tamil Nadu Relief Commissioner, talking to us in Chennai with camera person Edwin, Sam Daniel, Find TV.